Okay, guys, this week we are going to be learning about maps. Mrs. Chastain had this awesome idea of kind of giving us a look into maps because maps are so important with global studies. So, just to start off with, we're going to kind of just introduce ourselves to some different concepts. So, this is called Maps What You Need to Know. Where are you right now? Where do you want to go next? A map can help you get there. A map is a drawing of what an area looks like from above. So, what I like to think about is if you're a bird and you look down, what does it look like? So, you could even do this just thinking that way. That's a really good way to kind of give us an idea of what maps look like, or even when we talk about Google Earth and how we've used that, what does it look like from outer space? So it's always like a bird's eye view, like looking down. Maps use lines, colors, and pictures to tell you about a place. So there's lots of different types of maps. Okay, lots of different types of maps. We can have maps of amusement parks. We can have maps of our homes and what they look like, our rooms, the school, all sorts of different types of maps. You couldn't use a map of Earth to find your way to school. So a map of the Earth would be like if they were giving you this map and said try go to school using this map. It's too big, right? To get where you need to go, you must have the right map. Some maps show the whole world or an entire country. But what if you need to find a local hospital? For that, you need a map of the city or town. And so we have the city town map right here. Then it says fact most city maps include symbols showing where important places such as hospitals or police stations are. This map shows all the countries of the world. Can you find the country you live in? Right here. But you guys knew that probably. There are many types of maps. So here's kind of the technical different types of maps. So there are political maps, and it's not like political as in like presidents. It's political as in it shows us the different countries. So if you look here, this is a political map of India. It looks like it's just giving us kind of an outline of the different countries in India. Road maps show, cities and directions. So when I look up how to get somewhere, I use maps on the phone, and it has road maps to show me how to get from someplace. Historical maps show what places looked like long ago, and so you can see that this looks a lot different than how some other maps might look. There are also maps of the sea and stars. I've told you guys that there's also just maps of all sorts of random things, whether it's a theme park, like there's maps of Disney World. There are maps of different buildings. There's maps of different neighborhoods. Maps are so useful because you can see kind of where things are, again, from a bird's eye view. All right, now we're going to talk about some of the parts of maps because you guys will be making your own map this week. And these are some things that you can add to your map to make it a little more detailed. So, maps use colors and symbols to give information. A map's key, so not like a key that you unlock a door, but like a key that shows us what the colors and symbols mean. On most maps, blue means water. So that's an example of something that you would find on the key. Um, some maps show elevation. So elevation just means how high something is. So if you have a mountain, it's going to be a different color than a flat land. Brown means high. Yellow and orange stands for middle, and green means low. So this is the map of Germany. And what it's showing us is name a river. So you can see the rivers are in blue. And then the key right here tells us. So it tells us that the rivers are blue, the cities are just these little dots. And then the capital is what they use for stars. So Berlin is the capital of Germany. All of these are just different cities. You can see the ocean and the rivers. Most maps have a compass roses. So compass roses are these things. They're just kind of like compasses, except they are on maps so that we can tell the direction of things. A compass rose is a circle with arrows that split into 4 equal parts. The arrow points in the directions north, south, east, west. Now, the way that I remember compasses is I remember the acronym never eat soggy waffles. North, east, south, west. Never eat soggy waffles. So that's just how I remember it. That's how I was taught in school. Oh, there's zoos. Zoos are another great example of something that might need a map. So you can see on this zoo that it says, you know, it shows the entrance, it shows fountains, it shows all the different animals. And then our question on this page is, you are at the zoo by the lions. You want to see the monkeys. Should you go north, east, south, or west? So I'm going to give you a moment to answer. If you need to pause this, you can. And then I will tell you the answer once you're finished looking. So you're trying to find the monkeys. Okay, so you are by the lions. So you are right here. And you want to go see the monkeys. Okay, so the monkeys are up here. So from the lion, you can see that north is this way. So you would go north and then you need to go a little bit west. So this point right here is actually a combination. It's called northwest. So you would need to go northwest to find the monkeys. But if you said north, that's good too. All right. Maps are smaller than places they show, right? Because you're not going to have a map of Indiana that's actually the size of Indiana. That would be way too big. The map's scale tells you how much smaller the map is in real life. Some maps have grids. So a grid is just like lines that go like that. Grids are spaced lines that run up to down and side to side. So grids are kind of hard to explain, and so are scales. So I'm going to do my best. Scales, for example, this means on this map, so this map right here, each inch on the grid, so 1 inch is right here, equals 500 miles, okay? So that means from here to here is 500 miles, 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 anywhere that you can go across. And then it says, how many miles are there between the two towns? McKay is in section 6C. So, the inches between Alice Spring. Oh, so it wants us to find the inches between Alice Spring and McKay. So McKay is right here. And Alice Spring is, where is it? Right here. So if we were trying to find the miles, remember that one jump to a line is 500. So it would be almost 500. So 500, and then another 500 would be 1,000. So it's about 1,000 miles. Most maps are flat, okay? A normal map is usually flat. It makes them easy to carry and fold, but the world is shaped like a ball. To make the world map flat, countries are shown stretched and pulled out of shape. A globe is a map that shows the round shape. So it's like this. It gives a more true picture of the earth because the earth is not flat. So in order for us to see it more accurately, we need to see the globes. Okay, and then it says there are 7 continents on Earth: Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. Now we're going to be kind of shifting our attention to globes. A globe has special lines. Those that run up and down are called lines of longitude. So the way that I remember this is if I think about my body up and down, it's long, right? Long. And then latitude, I think about lat. I don't know why, that's just kind of how I'd remember it. The line around the center of the globe, so center meaning like right around, here's the equator. And then the north points and the south points are the North and South Pole, okay? Maps can help you find your way on land, at sea, or even in space. So grab a map and explore. Earth has four oceans. They are Arctic, which is by the North Pole because it's very cold, Atlantic over here, Pacific over here, and Indian right here. Can you find the Atlantic Ocean on this world map? Australia is east, never eat soggy waffles this way, of um, the Indian Ocean. Can you find both on this map? And then it says, what continent is Mount Everest on? Okay. So, like I said before, this is all really good information. And if you need to come back and watch again, you can. But just to kind of highlight, and I'm going to go back and forth, there's all sorts of different kinds of maps. So, this is a world map. You can see the compass rose, you can see the key, you can see the labels. So, labels are kind of just telling us what is what. The next lesson is going to be us creating our own map with a compass rose and with a key. So stay tuned for that, or just make sure that you come back tomorrow. And I'm also going to include a video that explains and kind of gets you to think about if globes or maps are more accurate. Okay.